LASIK Eye Surgery Experience. So I guess to kind of talk about that, I need to talk about like my eye history past. So basically, I was born with cross-eyed. I was born cross-eyed, and I was 2 months early when I was born, so I think that's the reason why I was born cross-eyed. And then when I was little, I think around 5 years old, I had 2 eye surgeries, or maybe 4, I don't know. I had 2 eye surgeries. They were corrective eye surgeries, so I'm not cross-eyed anymore, and that's what happened. But I still had astigmatism in this eye. I had a lazy eye in this eye, and then everything else I just didn't see 20/20. I didn't have good vision. My vision was actually really, really bad. So growing up, I had really strong prescriptions for glasses, and then about in high school, in 9th grade, I got contact lenses. And then I still wore glasses sometimes at night and stuff. Like, you know, when you get home, you take off your contacts, you just want to relax and you wear glasses. For like the past 8 years, I've been wearing contact lenses. Basically, I got LASIK eye surgery because I got tired of having to put in contact lenses. I know it's not like that big of a deal, and you guys are gonna be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But for me, no one in my family had glasses. There's like one cousin of mine maybe that has glasses, and he's in Poland, so I don't even see him. But none of my like immediate family wears glasses, and it's just me. And so I was like, I've always wanted to be able to just wake up and see and not have to wake up and put on glasses. Like my boyfriend like now would be showing me something on his phone to me in bed or something, and I'm like, wait, I have to put my glasses on. And it just became a hassle, and I wasn't able to shower with contacts in. I had to take them out beforehand because otherwise they would get too dry. I couldn't take a nap whenever I wanted. Like let's say I was at work and then, like I'm a nanny, so let's say I was at work and the kids were taking a nap, I'd be able to take a nap too, but I couldn't because I'd be wearing contact lenses, and if I woke up they'd be too dry, and it was just a pain in the butt. So I decided I wanted to get LASIK eye surgery and correct my eyes, and that's what I did. 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I had a consultation appointment, so I made it just to see if this is the way I want to go with this doctor and so and so. And my boyfriend had LASIK eye surgery. Well, he had PRK surgery with him before, and it all went well and everything, and he sees perfectly now. So I was like, you know what, I just want to go there. I thought the doctor was great. They walked me through everything. They told me like how the surgery would go and what would happen and stuff, so I don't freak out. They tested my eyes to see if I'd be able to get the surgery. But at the time, like the 2 weeks before on my consultation, they checked one eye and they said that maybe I would need PRK in one eye. Which basically the difference between LASIK and PRK is that LASIK, you have like a flap on your eye, they lift up your flap, they put the laser through, and they put your own flap back down. Whereas PRK, they can't do that, so they shoot the laser through your flap, and then you have to wear like a fake contact lens for like 2 days or something, and you have to go back and have it taken out. And PRK would take longer to heal. They told me I can't wear contacts for the whole week before surgery, and that was just to strengthen my eyes, because contacts sort of change the shape of your eye, and you get like your eyesight gets a little worse with contacts as you wear them longer. So no wearing contacts for the whole week, and my eyes, the shape got better and back to its normal shape and everything. So when they did the test again the day of my surgery, which was a week before Thanksgiving, the day of my surgery, when they checked my eyes and stuff, they said I'd be able to get LASIK eye surgery, and both of them, my eyes were better and that they were symmetrical, and yeah, so it was perfect. The day of the consultation, I also made sure to ask the people there of like how many years I have if regression happens, which is like when your eyesight gets worse again, because that happens to some people, and that's why they have like LASIK eye surgery touch-ups. So basically I have 2 years if my eyesight gets bad again for LASIK eye surgery touch-ups, and if it gets bad after that, they said they're pretty flexible with it, but generally it's about $1,200 per eye then afterwards, which mine were $2,500 per eye. Normally it's $2,750 per eye, but since my boyfriend was there with me and he had the surgery with the same doctor before, they gave me $500 discount. So I was paying $5,000, but that's not coming out of my own pocket because I don't have that cash. So I'm financing it. They gave me like a credit card. I applied for a credit card right then and there. And 24 months I have no interest, so I'm paying like $200 a month, which is not bad at all. On the day of the consultation, they also wrote out prescriptions for me. The first one they wrote was like really expensive, and I don't have health insurance, so I'm like, all right, is there like something cheaper? So they wrote down something cheaper, which the prescription still came out to be $40-something per little bottle of eye drops. One of them was like an antibiotic, and one of them was a steroid that I would have to bring with me the day of surgery. And if I didn't have it with me, they wouldn't give me the surgery, because that was like one of the requirements, that I needed to have the prescriptions with me the day of. So the day of the surgery, like I said, they rechecked my eyes. I didn't have to get PRK in one eye. I was able to get LASIK eye surgery in both eyes. They checked my eyes. My boyfriend was in the waiting room. He took me there with me. Well, he took me there and he came with me. I showed them my prescriptions, so I had to sign some more forms and everything. They gave me the sunglasses I was going to need to wear for a week afterwards, for at least a week, because your eyes were going to be really sensitive to light and everything. Then, after they checked my eyes again and everything, they were like, all right, now walk here, it's surgery time. And I'm like, wait, what? Surgery time like that quick? I didn't know it was going to happen that quick. I thought I'd have to wait some more. So I was like, wait, hold on. I need to go give my boyfriend a kiss. So I went out to the waiting room, gave my boyfriend a kiss, and I was like, I'm getting surgery now. And I was like really scared, because like I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to happen. And just, I know the surgery is only like 3 to 5 minutes per eye, but it was just really scary for me. Like I still didn't know like what to expect, and I was really hoping that it would go well and I'd be able to see, because sometimes LASIK eye surgery fails, which is why they do tests beforehand to see if you'd be able to get it. But still, I had like some doubt that maybe I wasn't going to be able to see, because I had really high astigmatism and everything, and a really bad eyesight, so I was scared. Then I went to the surgery room. They laid me down on a table. There's like 3 nurses around, and then they put in eye drops in my eyes, and that was just to numb my eyes. I was awake the whole time. They don't put you to sleep, they just numb your eyes. So that kind of freaked me out a little bit too. After about a few minutes after they put the eye drops in, the surgeon came in, which was like the main doctor. He came in to perform the surgery, and then there was like a nurse holding my hands for like comfort and stuff, because I wasn't allowed to have my boyfriend in the surgery room with me. So the nurses were like holding my hands for comfort. And then the surgery guy, the surgeon, he started performing the surgery, and he said I had to look at this red light. I think it was red. Or was it blue? No, it was blue light. I don't know. It was a red or blue light that I had to stare at. So I was like laying down, and I had to like stare at this light. And they clamped my eyes, so my eyes were like wide open. I couldn't blink or anything, which the clamp kind of hurt. It was like uncomfortable, not like painful, like oh my god I'm in so much pain, but like uncomfortable feeling, because you have like the giant clamp holding your eye open, you know. So they clamped my eye. I had to stare at this light, and they told me about the whole procedure like before I went to a surgery room, that my eyesight would go black, and told me not to freak out because it's gonna happen for like a few seconds. So you know, most people would freak out if your eyesight's going black because you think you're going blind, but since they told me everything ahead of time, I was like, okay, I know this is gonna happen, I know what's coming, so I was kind of more relaxed about how the procedure was gonna go. And it only lasted about 3 to 5 minutes per eye. I think it was closer to like 3 minutes per eye. I think one of them lasted a little longer, it was like around 4 minutes. So the whole surgery was only like 10-15 minutes with the eye drops and everything. So it's not a long surgery. And then afterwards, the surgeon kept asking me, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I was just uncomfortable, like I just wanted to get out of there. But once the surgery was over, everything went well. Surgeon was like, everything went great, everything is perfect. So after that, the nurses walked me to like this resting room, and they had me sit in like a lounge chair and everything, put more eye drops in my eyes, and had me close my eyes and put my sunglasses on, because I was going to be really sensitive to light, whether it was just light outside, but also light inside, wherever I was. So then after that, I was only like the resting area for like 2 minutes, and they were like, all right, you could go, come back tomorrow. I had to go back like the next day for like a checkup to see how everything's going. So basically that day after my surgery, I went out to the waiting room, my boyfriend took me home, we took a cab home, and I had to go to sleep for 6 hours, minimum of 6 hours, okay? So I had to sleep because they were like, you know, you're going to be really uncomfortable, your eyes are going to feel uncomfortable, and it's better you just sleep it off because then you don't feel it. So they were like, have some tequila, drug yourself on NyQuil, whatever you need to do to sleep for 6 hours. So I took Tylenol PM to knock me out for 6 hours, but my boyfriend had to wake me up every 2 hours because he had to put in my eye drops. So one of the eye drops I had to do every 2 hours, and one of them was like 4 times a day. for the first day. So every 2 hours my boyfriend was waking me up, putting in eye drops, and then after that I was able to see again. I couldn't open my eyes immediately after I slept for 6 hours though, like it was really hard, but that's because from all the eye drops and everything, my eyes got really crusty. So I went to the bathroom, I took like a wet, warm towel, and I just sort of like wiped like the crust off my eyes so I'd be able to open my eyes. And then once I was able to open them, I was able to see already. Like I was already seeing everything clear and perfectly, and it was really freaking awesome. I still had to continue to do the eye drops every 2 hours for that whole night, and then everything went well. Like I wasn't able to strain my eyes. For the first week I wasn't able to lift anything, lift any weights, whether it was even doing my laundry. I couldn't do my laundry because I had to carry it down like 2 blocks or whatever, so I wasn't able to carry things that were like heavier than 30 pounds. The first doctor said 5 pounds, the second doctor said 40 pounds, so I was just like, you know what, anything like 25, 30 pounds I shouldn't be lifting. So couldn't do that. I couldn't wear any face makeup for at least a week. I couldn't cook for a few days because the fumes and everything going in my eyes was bad for my eyes. What else couldn't do? I couldn't wash my face. I had to use like a wet towel and sort of just like go over my face. So for like a whole week straight, I wasn't using any soap, just warm water on a towel, like a damp towel. I couldn't take showers because I couldn't get anything, absolutely anything in my eyes, no water, no nothing. So I couldn't take a shower. I was taking baths instead and being really careful. So yeah, I kind of felt like my life changed for like the whole week. Like everything was very different, and it was just different than my everyday life. And since I'm a nanny, I couldn't be lifting any kids or anything, so it was a little different. So yeah, after I woke up and everything, I had no pain, no nothing. My eyes were just red. They were red on the front, and to this day, it's been like 2 weeks and 4 days. They're still red on top. If I like lift up my eyelid, it's still red on top, and that's still gonna go away over time. Every day my eyesight is still changing and still constantly getting better. My eyesight's still gonna fluctuate for up to 3 months. My eyesight's gonna fluctuate, so sometimes especially at night, this is when it happens the most, like my eyes would get a little bit blurry, but that goes away after a little bit. My eyes were really dry the first week after surgery. Like they were feeling like I had a dry contact lens in my eyes, even though I didn't have any contact lenses in my eyes, but that's what it felt like. And after about a week, they were getting really burning, like this really burning feeling. And I actually had another appointment this morning because it was like my 3-week checkup, and they told me that burning sensation is like overly dry eyes, and I'm like, I had no idea. So they just started telling me to put in the like re-wetting drops because my eyes are not producing like the tears, like they're just not telling my brain or some shit like that. So I had to get eye drops, and I have to put them in like a few times a day so the burning sensation kind of doesn't happen in my eyes. After that first day of my surgery, I had to put, you know I had to put eye drops in every 2 hours. After that first day, it changed to eye drops every like 4 times a day. So it was breakfast, lunch, dinner, and before bed. And I had the 2 eye drops I had to put in, and I had to put them in my eyes 2 minutes apart from each other. So that was that for the whole first week. After the first week, I didn't have to put eye drops in anymore. They told me to completely stop it, whether there was some left in the bottle or not. They were like, stop the eye drops after a week. You do not need them anymore. But yeah, other than that, I went to the doctor again this morning. They told me my eyesight is great, and it's really, really good for me having a really high astigmatism. I don't know what my eyesight was before, but I know everything was like blurry when I would just look at it without contacts or glasses. Now my eyesight is 20/20 minus in my right eye and 20/30 plus in my left eye, which was the high astigmatism lazy eye. LASIK eye surgery doesn't actually fix lazy eye. It doesn't like fix it, but it helps it. So with the LASIK eye surgery, now you won't be able to see my lazy eye as much. I know many of you have commented in my previous videos like, dude, your eye is tripping, or like you have a lazy eye, or some stuff like that. You guys used to comment on my lazy eye a lot. Well, I guess not a lot, but some people would comment on it, and some people would be really rude about it. Like, you know, people got issues. It's not like you're perfect. I'm sure there's something wrong with you too. But anyway, so my lazy eye did get better because of the surgery. The only time you guys are really going to be able to see my lazy eye now is when I'm super tired. That's when it'll come out more, and that's when it used to come out more before anyway, but I used to also be able to see it when I was not tired, but it would come out even more when I was tired. So now you won't really be able to see it just like in everyday life unless I'm super tired. So basically, I'm really happy with my LASIK eye surgery. I'm really happy that I got it, and I feel really fortunate that I could pay off $200 a month. I mean, $5,000 I wouldn't be able to do just like straight off the top, but $200 a month is not bad at all for LASIK eye surgery, and I'll be able to see for like ever, up until maybe I'm like 50, and then I might need reading glasses. But my eyes should be fine. My eyesight's still getting better for up to 3 months, and they said for 3 months still not to rub my eyes, because that's another thing I couldn't do. I couldn't be rubbing my eyes after surgery or anything. Like absolutely no rubbing, they said, because I don't know what it does, but like no pressure on your eyes, no rubbing, no nothing. And for 3 months still, I still can't be like really rubbing my eyes. But that's because my eyesight is still changing and still getting better. And I'm just really happy I did it. Like my life has changed for the past 2 weeks. I've only had the surgery for 2 weeks, but my life has changed. Like I could read before I go to bed. I don't have to take off my glasses. I don't have to remember to put them on. I could take naps whenever I feel like it and just sleep, and it's just been so life-changing. I mean, besides the few things I had to do differently, like take baths and no showers and things like that, and I was sleeping a lot the first week just because my eyes were getting super tired very quickly. So like I'd go to work and like I'd pass out when I came home from work because my eyes just felt tired, like they needed some rest and they needed to sleep. But since then, like everything's been great. Like I know I'm aware of all this stuff, like fluctuation in eyesight and everything, and I'm aware of that, and it doesn't bother me because it's like, yeah, my eyesight will fluctuate, and for like an hour maybe it'll get blurry again per like every other day or something, because it doesn't happen every day. So like my eyesight will get blurry for like an hour, which is completely different than my eyesight being constantly blurry before if I wasn't wearing glasses or contacts. So I just feel very fortunate to be able to have this surgery done, and I feel very lucky and blessed, and I'm really happy I got it, and it's just been life-changing. And I wanted to tell you guys about my LASIK eye surgery experience because many of you guys have asked me to do a video about it or asking me a lot of questions in my vlog videos when I was talking about it. So here's your complete LASIK eye surgery guide. I don't know if this is really a guide, but kind of my experience on it. And yeah, I could see perfectly now for the most part. But yeah, my eyesight's still getting better, so I'm really happy I got it. And I guess that's it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope this will help you guys make a decision if you guys were contemplating getting eye surgery or not. I was also a little scared at first when I got mine because there was this one person that told me that her friend had LASIK eye surgery and that she has dry eyes for like ever now. Like her eyes are constantly getting dry. My doctor told me that up to 3 months I could still have dryness in my eyes, and like the dryness hasn't been that bad. It's not like my eyes burn every day. The dryness even the first week wasn't every day, and it was just occasionally, and it would go away after a little bit, and I was like, they weren't feeling dry or bothering me anymore. So it wasn't a big deal to me. And even if dryness is the price I have to pay to not wear contacts and glasses, then so be it. But I'm pretty sure it's all gonna go away soon because I'm taking really good care of my eyes and stuff. I'm allowed to wear eye makeup now, but I'm still kind of scared to. I don't want to get like any like eyeshadow particles in my eyes since my eyesight is still changing for 3 months and it's still getting better. I don't want to like risk it not getting better. Like they said I'm allowed to wear it, but just like in my head it's like, oh no, I still can't get anything in my eye. Like what if it changes like my eyesight and stuff? So like I want to do like everything right and everything perfectly so my eyes can be like as perfect as they can ever be. So yeah, alright guys, I will talk to you later, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care because I care and I love you. So I'll see you guys. Bye, love you cakes.